Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I'm Ina, Marketing Director at Pointerpro, and today I will give you an intro about interactive marketing, how to add a human touch to your marketing strategy, and how this can end up with better results. Let's have a quick look at the agenda for this webinar. So let's first have a look at what is interactive or dynamic marketing, how you can add a human touch to your content, especially within the world of AI, the impact of different kind of formats, some real life examples and tips and tricks, and then we will end up with a Q&A. If you already have some questions in the meantime, please add them to the question section in the chat or just in the chat. It's all fine, and I will come back to them at the end of the webinar. If you can leave for vacation today, that sounds very good, right? Where would you go to? If I ask you this question, you immediately start to dream away, to think about the destination. So that's actually what interactivity does with you. It activates your brain and you start thinking about an action to take, about an answer to the question. And that's necessary to stand out because there's a lot of content going on. It's not only about written content, like you might think, not only about blogs or case studies, but it's also about mails, about posters on the road, when biking, driving, walking around. You see billboards when arriving at home. You have letters. You see a newspaper at the office, just at home. You start talking to people, colleagues, family, friends, or you just hear them talking. You can hear to the radio. Then you have, of course, your phone, a lot of notifications from apps, from WhatsApp, but also a lot of social media. You can even have flyers when shopping, but also in a bar. So there's a lot of content all the time. When we only have a look at blog articles or written content, there are already 56 million new pieces every month. So that's a lot. And actually, by average, only 15 seconds long, people will watch or read the article. So you really have to stand out to get the attention of the reader. So let's have a look at the impact of dynamic or interactive content over static content. The first one is brain selection. Interactive content reaches multiple sections of your brain. It encourages active engagement. That's actually what I did with the question I asked you about the holiday. You immediately start reflecting and thinking, so it has a positive impact on an action you will take. The result of this is that it will have an increased retention rate. And therefore, it will also have a positive impact on lead gen because they feel heard through a personalized experience. By this, you will easily be guided. You will be able to easily guide your visitors to the next step in your sales funnel or marketing funnel. So you will also have more leads by using interactive content. Let's have a look at some formats of interactive marketing. First of all, you have interactive videos. So based on your preferences, you will get another kind of video. Then you have the category of assessment, surveys, quizzes, games, and calculators. The difference with calculators is that they show a number as a result, and the other ones show more kind of an end screen with an advice, feedback, or something similar to that. Then you also have interactive infographics and image sliders. So based on an action you've taken, different images or different parts of the infographics will be shown. And then you also have personalized reports or white papers. Actually, they're the improved version of a white paper, so only the relevant pages will be shown based on your preferences. This might be a result of an assessment or a survey you've done before. Let's have a look at some examples. I will show you different kind of examples that might not seem that relevant for you as a business directly, but I hope to inspire you in this way a bit more. So the first one is a company that sells glasses. So they are using a game as an interactive tool. So the goal is to find the different glasses on the visual. You have to click on them So that's actually the game that you get different kind of screens, and at the end you get a coupon code to buy a glass. This is a totally different experience than when you just get a flyer with a coupon code. You will remember the name of the company, just how you can buy glasses here. So you can also use games within B2B, B2C industry, and not only for fun. This is a totally different example again from the B2C world. So an example from Maybelline New York. So based on your skins, your makeup preferences, you get a different personalized makeup tutorial. So this is an example of an interactive video. Another example here is one of a landing page. You can have just a written, only written text on a landing page, but you can also have a clear call to action or an embedded form to go to book immediately a demo or to get in touch or a follow-up by an expert of the company. And you can also have an interactive video. So normally this video is moving, so it has different kind of steps to show you, to show what is going on, what can be the solution of this software. This is an example of a quiz. It's a company who offers cleaning and washing services, but instead of just showing the services they offer on a landing page or a website or a flyer or in a newsletter, they have made a quiz about washing machine myths, and then at the end, they just show you the services they offer. So it's also more fun than just showing a more boring written text. This is an example of a calculator. It's from Contractify. That's a Belgian scale-up. They are offering software to automate the way you deal with contracts within your company. So by putting in your own, by giving your own input, they calculate the ROI when you will use their tool. So you get an end screen with the results and also with a call to action to talk to one of their experts, so actually the sales team. And they also send you a follow-up mail with your personalized results, but also some extra USPs, some extra explanation. So from that moment onwards, they can use your input to start the sales cycle and to contact you with the info you've given already. An example that is a bit similar to the previous one is Xway. That's a customer of Pointerpro. They are offering digital maturity services, or actually services to improve your digital maturity. So you can, on their home screen, take the assessment to measure your digital maturity. Then you can see how you scored, and at the end, you get a free report. This report will show your own results, your personalized report, to see how you are dealing already with digital maturity and what's your scoring. It will also show already some action points, but Xway as a company can use this data, this input, to start giving you the right advice afterwards and to start selling their services to improve your digital maturity even better. So let's now have a look at how to add human touch, not only within interactive marketing, but also in general to add it to your content. Especially within the world of AI, it's important to still stand out by being authentic, by being different than others. Everybody can use digitization, can implement it, can use different kind of tools, but not everybody can add a human touch the way you do it. So that's also why I really believe in this statement: a tool will never replace customer relationships. If you don't agree with this, or you do agree and you want to give your feedback on this one, you can always add it to the chat as well. I think it's very important, as people really have the intuitive feeling of what's going on ad hoc, how you can deal with some specific situations, and that's not something a tool can do. That's also why I believe that a human touch will really, really make a difference. Also from a branding perspective, it will make you different than competitors. As some people really like data, I also added this info. So after Google did a spam update recently in March, but also last year, at the end of last year, to see, to filter out the not relevant content, written content. This is a result of it. So they compared content modified by humans and content not modified by humans. So written by AI, you see a big difference. So the drop in SEO traffic is way higher when it's not modified by humans. The same counts for the amount of positions that they dropped in rankings. So here you see that it's really important. People don't have time to read everything the whole time. So when they see that it's not relevant or it's similar to all the other content pieces they've already noticed, they really want to have something that's more specific. I really believe that AI is necessary to use because it improves your work. It's way easier to do something more efficiently, but please add some real case examples, your own experience to make it really relevant for the readers. 71% expects companies to deliver personalized interactions, and 76% gets frustrated when this doesn't happen. So it's really a must-have. It's not a nice-to-have anymore to add a personal touch or a human touch, but it has become a must-have to stand out from the competition and from other players around. So let's also have a look at some real case examples here. I see this as a channel as well. Not everybody might think the same, but that's the way I do. So chats or chatbots, I really hate chatbots. Some people might love it, but I really hate it. So that's also why we've chosen at Pointerpro to work with the real chat. So when you get in touch on our website, by using the chat, one of our colleagues of the marketing team will respond to you. By doing this, we also get in touch with real leads, prospects, and also customers. So it's also relevant for us to improve our own marketing content and get the right feeling of what's going on within the market here as well. Of course, you can use chatbots to filter and be more efficient. But at the end, I think people really like to get in touch with a human being. Another example where you can add a human touch are videos. There are a lot of people, or actually everybody within your company is an expert within his field. So you can use this expertise. It's really valuable. So that's also what we do. We ask people to talk about their domain, not only about your own product or the service you're offering, but really about their domain, which is linked in a way to the service or product you're offering. Also show these people so it's really tangible, and also use their pictures. Even when you do webinar announcements like this one, you can ask one of the colleagues or the speaker just to record a short video. And it doesn't have to cost that much of money. This is an example I really like. It's from Coolblue in the Netherlands. It's actually a marketplace, a retailer. And it's an ideal situation because they combine real people with human touch with AI. So during Santa Claus in the Netherlands last year, they launched this campaign. So when it's Santa Claus in the Netherlands, you also buy presents for adults and you also write a poem for this adult. But not everybody is that good in writing poems, so they wanted to help you out. When buying a product on their website, they wrote a poem for you based on your own input with the help of AI. Of course, it was not only about this being on their website, but it became a whole campaign. So it was also on television, on their social media channels, on their website, in their newsletter. It was everywhere. So it was really a good campaign. Only during the first day, they already wrote 13K poems only in the Netherlands. So this is for me an ideal example of how you can combine tools, digitization, and a personal touch as well. It's also good to do a personal reach out. You can do it via your own personal LinkedIn or via one of your colleagues, to do a personal reach out via mailing, do some follow-up conversations by call or physical conversations. But it's important here to do your research first. You can compare it by applying for a job. You will never get a job when you don't know anything about the company or the job itself before when applying. So that also counts when talking to a lead or a customer. It's hard to do this all the time, so make sure you do it for the relevant ones where there is really an added value. Blog content, I talked already about it, but what I want to repeat here is that it's important that you can use AI as a basis, but add real case examples, and also from your own experience, or ask to colleagues, friends, family to have their input based on the topic. So that's important to add here. Also, all the pictures we use, for example, on our websites are all coming from our own customers or from our own colleagues. Then white papers again. So make sure that they are interactive, personalized, and backed by data. So it can be an end result of asking a survey or an assessment you are doing, and only show the relevant pages. No one has time to read 50 pages when only 5 pages are relevant. So only show the relevant pages to people to get their attention. Let me show you some more concrete examples on this one. So this is an example of a customer of us. So it's Uptrust, it's a marketing agency. They use our tool to become or be shown as a thought leader, and also for lead generation. So what they did is they recorded their own video, they showed it on social media, and they asked to fill in a survey. They called it Marketing Pulse 2024, and they also did it in 2023. So they asked marketeers to talk about the future of marketing, the marketing budget, some specific challenges they had, the tools they were using within marketing. Based on this, you were receiving a personalized report with some results and advice. And it was also the comparison with a benchmark or with the results of all the others grouped together. They used this to do a follow-up mailing, follow-up campaign to offer their services to help you solve your challenges and to improve your marketing strategy. So I'm only showing these screenshots here, but it's part of a very big campaign. They did sponsored posts, they did newsletters, they even had physical events. So it was really a big campaign, and they are even using the results from this survey to nurture their content later on and to create some more content as well based on this input. Another example that it's a bit similar is the one of Ascendia. It's a Swiss post. So when you wanted to send a package from a company perspective, so B2B, you were able to fill in a questionnaire. You were able to answer on some specific questions like, what is the weight of your package? To which country do you want to send the package? Are there some important things to take into account about the content of the package? And afterwards, you receive a guide, a report to tell you everything you need to know when sending this package, about specific rules within the country, about the package itself, but also the price. So it was used for lead generation, but also for guided selling. So it's way easier than just watching on the website all the different kinds of services and products they were offering. You only get the relevant info you need. When you do this, people also want to give their data because they get something in return. So it's a win-win for both parties. When you want to know more about guided selling, my colleague Jeffrey will do also a webinar about this within 2 weeks. So please subscribe for that one as well, because it will give you a lot of inspiration of how to include and integrate guided selling for your business. If you integrate human touch and personalization within your content and within your marketing strategy, you will have 40% more engagement and 2 times more conversions. So it's really worth the effort to do so. Although it will cost more effort, but the results will be also way better. Let's end up with some concrete tips and tricks. First of all, use the force of the data. It's important to optimize with the collected data. So you can keep on optimizing all the time based on the collected data. It's also important to give the info to your sales and marketing team so they can also use it to nurture and improve results. And for example, for the sales team to also make it easier to build relationship with leads or customers at the end. You can use content you already have. You don't have to remake your content all the time. You can also improve them by adding more personal touch. The end is not the end. It's important to do a follow-up and add a call to action. So like the examples I showed from Uptrust and Ascendia, it's important to send some follow-up mails and add a call to action because otherwise it stops there and no action will be taken. So then they are engaged, but the results will not be better at the end. Find the right balance. It's not possible to integrate it in every kind of content you produce. So it's important to find your goals up front and to see which channel is the best for you as a company. Let's share, because if you just make the content but no one will notice that you've done it, it doesn't matter and there will be no results. So it's important to distribute it on different kind of channels. So use an omni-channel approach. Don't only use social media, for example, but put it on different kinds of channels. Another one is to have it on a landing page. For that one, my colleague Nigel did a webinar some months ago with some concrete tips. So you can always watch the recording on our YouTube channel. And then the last one is the copy. It's important to have an engaging headline. Don't mention survey in the title when it's about a survey, and this will result in a 10% higher response rate. Add a clear call to action. Explain what's in it for them. So if you ask for their data and you explain that they will get a personalized feedback report or they will get a coupon code at the end, then they are willing to give the data and end the interactivity or the survey, for example. And ask compelling questions to make sure that they make it till the end and it's also still fun for them to do so. This was it. This was what I wanted to present. I think it's now time for the Q&A. If there are some questions, I will have a look at it. So there's a question from Jason. As a business consultant, what format should we start with for interactive marketing content? Of course, it depends a bit on your specific business, but what will always help for a consultant is to start with an assessment, because during the intake process, you ask mainly kind of similar questions. So when this part is automated, you can already send them a personalized report with some advice, like the example of X-Way. So you can focus more on what is really relevant, where you really stand out as a company, as a business. So you can focus more on that part, and your leads will also like it because they already have something tangible. So it's easier to build loyalty and a relationship from the beginning. Let's see if there are other questions. No, okay. Then I will end this webinar. If there are some questions afterwards, feel free to reach out to me personally. My mail address is there, or you can also reach out to me via LinkedIn, or if you want to reach out to our other colleagues, feel free to do so. We're happy to help you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.